That's it.
Giovanni, this is the Movie Canon YouTube channel in this very glitchy Saturday evening. Just so you guys know, the camera, the face cam that you're probably seeing right now is it's glitchy on my end. So if it is glitchy, let me know, but it's probably going to be glitchy all night. Hopefully it's not too distracting, but I've been working on it for like half an hour, probably almost an hour. So that's why we're a little late. So
It's the remix.
again, welcome again to my channel, The Movie Canon. Today I'm going to do my Oscars predictions 2023, and and they are Ivan,
Yo.
and Jessica.
Hello.
Now, can you guys hear Jessica? Because Jessica's mic is kind of far away.
I could hold it.
So let me know if you guys can hear Jessica. Jessica, what did you do today? Just say something real quick to see if we can
Let's
hear you.
see. I worked and did homework.
Okay, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So anyone who's listening in right now, just let me know if you can't hear Jessica, because she may have to like move her mic closer to her. So again, this is the Movie Canon YouTube channel. I'm Giovanni, and I'm doing my 2023 Oscar predictions. I'm gonna go over all 23 categories. I made my predictions for all of them, and I'm also going to mention the ones that I would have liked to win, that I would like to win. And then Ivan and Jessica will make their, give their thoughts on the picks, and if they have any ideas as to who should win and so on. Of course, they'll be doing that. So apologize everyone for the glitchiness, especially on my side here, my camera, the Elgato face cam. Just so you guys know, it's Elgato. It's not even that old, so it's doing this glitchy shit. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it's not too distracting. So, but before we actually start this 2023 Oscar predictions live stream, like I always do, I always mention a little, giveaway, and this is the one that we're doing now. So I am doing the Hogwarts Legacy PS5 physical copy deluxe edition giveaway, and it's been open for a couple weeks or so. So make sure that to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. There's a lot of details and instructions as to how to enter, so make sure you follow that. You must have a mailing address from the United States. You can go to my Instagram page, and even there's a couple videos, shorts, and other videos on my YouTube channel discussing this giveaway, the Hogwarts Legacy giveaway. So make sure you follow those instructions and so on. And then, of course, make sure that you're a subscriber to this YouTube channel, and we can. All right, so are we ready to do this Oscars 2023 predictions?
I think so.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. And again, sorry everyone for the glitchiness on my side here, but it's probably gonna happen all night. So let's see. So which is the first one that I was gonna talk about first? So again, the Oscars are gonna air next week, next Sunday, March 12th, and all the categories are gonna be presented. I believe the shorts and some other categories, they're actually not going to televise, but they'll just announce the winners like they did last year. But I'm going to go through all of them, and the first one I'm going to mention here today is the Best Supporting Actor Oscars category. Okay, so I'm going to read the nominees. So this is actor in a supporting role. So we have Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry from Causeway, Judd Hirsch from The Fabelmans, Barry Keoghan, The Banshees of Inisherin, and Kiki Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. So, I mean, most of these nominees, well, I'm going to say most of them, some of these nominees, I agree with them getting a supporting actor Oscar nomination. There's a couple that I don't see why they got nominated. And there's one that was kind of surprising, like Brian Tyree Henry. I'm surprised that he got an Oscar nomination. Like, he wasn't bad or anything, but he just kind of was out of the scope of everything. It just came out of nowhere. So that's Brian Terry Henry. Judd Hirsch from The Fablemans, he has like 8 minutes in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I was surprised that he was even in that. Before I tell you who I think will be my prediction of this list, I would pick Brendan Gleeson, The Banshees of Inisherin, to win this Best Supporting Actor Oscar based on these 5 nominees here. That's who I would pick. But do I think this is the person that's going to win? What are your thoughts on these nominees, Ivan or Jessica?
Which one was Brendan Gleeson again?
The one from Banshees of Inisherin, the friend that has the issue.
Oh.
That's one of your friends.
I know him as Mad Eye Moody.
Right, yeah, right, that's right.
Okay, yeah. No, I really liked him. He did really great. But I would. Do you want me to tell you what I would pick?
Just whatever thoughts you have on the movie. Like, who would you pick? Who you think will pick? Or just overall?
I'm gonna butcher his name, but
Kiki Kwan.
Yeah, there you go.
Kiki
I
Kwan.
think that he should win. He was so good. I like the way that he would turn it off and on of like being like meek and quiet, and then all of a sudden like some badass guy. It's cute.
Yeah, so Brendan Gleeson and Ki Kwan, I'll be happy with both of them. I mean, either one of them two winning it. Brendan Gleeson, like, he was in that movie. He did so much in that movie that he could have easily also been like the lead role, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree with who was it? Judd Hirsch. Yeah.
Oh.
What the hell? Like,
From The Fablemans.
yeah, it's
Kinda
one of
random.
those where it's like he was barely in it.
Yeah, I don't think, I might be wrong about this, but I don't think he's ever been nominated for an Oscar.
And they wanted to give
So it
him
might
one.
be one of those things like, let's give him this nomination because
Got
this
it.
might be the last time that he can get an Oscar nomination. And sometimes,
Hmm.
whether you agree with it or not, sometimes they do that.
Yeah.
Now, the actual prediction that I'm going to have is, and it's not surprising for anyone, I'm sure, is Kiki Kwan. So I think he will win the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I do not agree with this. I don't think he was that great in the movie, to be perfectly honest with you. He didn't stand out to me at all. When I was watching the movie, I wasn't like, oh, I bet he's going to be in the Oscars race next year. That never crossed my mind at all. In comparison to Michelle Yeoh, like, oh, I can probably see her at the Oscars next year, but not Kiki Kwan. He kind of acted like the kid from Indiana Jones, but just older. He almost kind of sounds like him. So, I mean, it didn't really work for me. So, but he's been winning every single award. I don't think they're going to stop now with the Oscars. So that's going to be my prediction. So you guys want to mark it down in your ballots? You sure can. So
And
that was supporting actor.
well deserved.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so now the next one here is the Best Supporting Actress category. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. So for the Best Supporting Actress category, we have, where's my list here? Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Angela Bassett for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Hong Chau for The Whale, Carrie Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Sue for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so with this one here, there's also a couple that I don't,
Understand.
there's one that I don't agree with at all.
Can I guess?
Which one?
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Stephanie Sue.
I'll get the
Which
hell
one
out.
is that? The daughter?
Stephanie Sue, yeah, the daughter.
What?
Stephanie Sue, I
Yeah.
don't agree. Again, kind of like Kiki Kwan, like she didn't really stand out to me either in this movie. She didn't get that many nominations in the award shows, and I know she got a SAG nomination and obviously an Oscar nomination. But yeah, this one didn't really stand out to me either. It was just like, well, and Jamie Lee Curtis, she didn't really stand out to me either, but not to the level of Stephanie Sue. And with Jamie Lee Curtis, I guess I just like the fact that she got an Oscar nomination only because she's you know, Laurie Strode, and she's been in other movies that I liked growing up. So I was like, oh, it's you know, I like that she got nominated for an Oscar, not necessarily for this role,
Mm-hmm.
but I can understand it more, I suppose. Jamie Lee Curtis might be one of those situations too that, okay, well, she may not get another opportunity to get an Oscar nomination, so let's give her an Oscar nomination for this movie, everything everywhere all at once.
I think she still has a lot left to give. It was cool seeing her in a completely, like, I had never seen her like this, like, be this silly. Like, in a movie. You know what I mean? Like, I think, what's that one with Arnold Schwarzenegger? That's, like, the most silliest one
True
I've ever
Lies.
seen. Yeah, that's the only time I've ever seen her be, like,
Oh, she's been in a lot of movies like that.
well,
Yeah.
for me, I mean.
Oh, okay, like Christmas
So-
the Crime?
Yeah. Oh, yeah! Okay, there it is.
Freaky Friday?
Yeah, come
Okay.
on.
Okay,
So
well,
those are
but
few-
it's, like, memorable like
And those
this,
are-
I
those
guess.
Are, those are movies that I really liked.
And I really
Apart-
like those movies.
Apart from True Lies,
Mm-hmm.
those are movies that I liked. She was in, not necessarily great movies, but
Mhm.
those movies
They
that
were
I
fun.
liked, and she was in, and I think she
Mhm.
brought a lot of value to those movies and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Who would be your pick? Well, actually, let me tell you which one. I think Angela Bassett, that would be my pick for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. What would be your thoughts on these picks here?
Well, Angela Bassett did a great job, especially because like what happened. That everyone was expecting it for her to carry the movie,
Yeah.
even more than the sister. But I disagree with you. It's Stephanie Sue. Like when I was watching the movie, I thought she did an amazing job, and I can easily see there's like those Oscar moments in movies.
Yeah.
I feel like I can remember like two that she did an amazing job that she definitely deserves the nomination at least. But I'm really happy with all the nominees.
Let's see. Yeah,
So
it's gonna be hard to.
So you wouldn't
pick.
give it to Jamie Lee Curtis or just?
I wouldn't give it to.
I wouldn't either.
It was fun, but I don't think it was Oscar
I'm
nomination.
happy she got
worthy.
nominated.
She got the SAG award, so she beat out Angela Bassett.
Mhm.
She did get the SAG award.
I really Carrie Condon. That's the sister, right? She plays
And
the sister.
Manchester Sharon, yeah.
She
Yeah.
did so cute.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
liked her in that.
Mhm.
But like anytime she was in, like it was her scene, I felt like she really commanded the scene.
Yeah, a lot of the acting in that movie is
It's really spot
the
on.
nominated, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hong Chow also amazing job.
That's
Yes.
right, Hong Chow. Hong Chow was really
Mhm.
good in The Whale. She did two good performances this year in The Menu
The menu,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
and The Whale.
Hmm.
Uh huh.
And I would have liked her to get nominated for
The menu.
Menu?
Yeah.
because there's this line that she says in the movie that I found to be hilarious with the tortillas.
Oh.
And she was like, tortillas deliciosas or something like that. She was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
And not that she get nominated just for that, but I'm just saying her performance was good for both of these movies. So I was glad that she at least got one nomination there
Yeah.
for The Whale. She was in The Whale too, so.
Mhm.
Um,
If I were gonna give it though, I'm like it's a toss up between Stephanie Sue
yeah, Stephanie Sue or
and Hong Chow.
Hong Chow. Okay.
Mhm. I really like Carrie Condon though. She was so good. I don't know. Okay, those three. I can't pick.
All right.
It's a really
Um,
good one for me.
So the one that I think will win now, this kind of made me think a little harder because, like I mentioned, the SAG Awards. I think it was last week.
How
it was a-
accurate is that though if they
it's,
win
It's
the
pretty accurate because a lot of the members of the SAG also vote for the Oscars.
yeah.
So I'm going to say that it's going to be Angela Bassett. I think she'll get it. I think she'll actually get the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, the first MCU movie to get an acting Oscar.
That's crazy.
And she was great in it for the longest time. I thought that she would at least get nominated or possibly be the winner. Like I said, Jamie Lee Curtis won SAG last year, so there is a chance that they might give it to her. But I also stick to Angela Bassett
Mhm.
for the Queen of Wakanda. So those are my thoughts there. Okay, so now let's
And
move on.
it had the highest rating for Rotten Tomatoes with audiences.
The Wakanda Forever?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, I haven't really checked on that, but let's see. So let's move on to some of the categories that a lot of people may or may not care for or not. But this is the costume design category. So let me find it here. For the nominees for the costume design is for Babylon, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Ruth Carter, Elvis, Catherine Martin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Shirley Kurata, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, Jenny Beavan, if I'm pronouncing that correctly there.
Bevan Bevan.
Okay, so of these are the ones that I that I think should win. Now, I haven't seen every single movie that's nominated, so I'll just give a little disclaimer here. Not every single movie is kind of hard to watch everything that's out, right? Babylon is definitely one of those movies that I did not bother to watch. It was like 3 hours long. I didn't hear good things about it. I heard it was kind of dull. And so
It's
on.
3 hours?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh.
I'm gonna go with watch him. I would choose. I'll probably choose Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I think not last year, the last time, the first Black Panther, I think it won costume design also, I believe. So I think they might still give it to her. So I think they might give it to this one too, and this is my choice as well. But what are your choices on that, any of you?
I think we're the same with what we're gonna say.
What do you think?
Everything Everywhere All at Once. There were so many costumes in that, and they all like worked for the scene. And they were fun and creative,
And that's what you would pick, and who you think will win?
yes.
Okay, is that the same thing for you?
To me, it's a toss-up between Black Panther and Everything Everywhere All at Once. I want Everything Everywhere All at Once to win it, but I think Black Panther, like what you said, that it might win that one.
Yeah, so I think Black Panther will get a couple Oscars, and I think this is one of them, along with Angela Bassett. All right, so let's move on to the next one here, and the next one is best. What is it? Best sound. So best sound. So the nominees for best sound are All Quiet on the Western Front. I'm not even gonna try to name the people who are involved with this movie. Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Elvis, and Top Gun: Maverick. So those are the nominees for Best Sound. Now, they used to have sound mixing, but they got rid of that. So now we have only Best Sound. Of all these, the ones that I would pick for Best Sound, I would pick, I guess it would have to be between The Batman or Top Gun: Maverick, but most likely I will probably give it to Top Gun: Maverick. That's what I would pick. What do you guys think about Best Sound?
Great year for sound, for sure.
Yeah.
But I would like the Batman to win it, so that way it could be a
For sound?
Oscar winner.
Oh, that's why. For sound, I'd say Elvis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it had a good sound.
Want me to pick it out here?
I like that
I
sound.
mean, I did get nominated for an Oscar, so I'm sure there's more than just the music, right? The singing. Okay, so this is what I think will actually win. Hold on a second here.
We're getting a surprise guest. Just kidding.
Hold on a moment.
Let's see. Oh, that.
All right, so we're back here. We had a special guest who drove by real quick. So yeah, we had a special guest. His name is Brian. He's been on here before, so he's not going to be part of the stream, but he just came in here
To drink some beers.
and grab me some beers. All right, so where were we? So we were Best Sound. So did you guys make your?
I said Elvis has a great
you
sound.
said Elvis. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the movie that oh my god, my fucking mic's over here. The movie that I think will win is Top Gun Maverick. I think Top Gun Maverick is only going to get so many wins, and I think this is the one that they're going to give it to. I thought Top Gun Maverick would get a cinematography nomination, but I don't think it did.
That's crazy.
I don't think it did an Oscar nomination.
That's
So
a bow.
I think they're going to give it to this. So this is the one that I'm choosing for, or this is the one that I think will win for Best Sound. And I don't even think about the image of it, did I? No, I did not. So Best Sound is going to go to Top Gun Maverick. That's the predicted winner of this. Okay, so let's move on to the next category. Next category is best cinematography, and let's look at who the nominees for this movie is. Okay, so I have a little list here. Okay, so here are the nominees for best cinematography: All Quiet on the Western Front. What is this? Bar of False Chronicle: A Handful of Truths.
What is that? This?
Elvis, Empire of Light, and Tar. Those are like some weird choices for cinematography this year. Of this list, I would probably pick Elvis. I don't know why Top Gun Maverick didn't get a cinematography nomination. I would have picked that.
They picked that over Tar. Like,
Or
that's
the
very-
Fable.
Oh yeah,
The Fablemans was
there's
beautiful.
other ones that could have been nominated.
Yeah.
So Elvis is who I would pick of this list.
Oh wait,
but I'll tell you
Banshees
who I think
wasn't
will
on
win.
there.
Your thoughts on this?
Okay. I was saying like Banshees that's not even nominated. That's crazy.
Right, yeah. So there's a lot that you would think would be
Yeah.
nominated for cinematography, and
From
Well, what did you say? What did you?
who I would pick.
Yeah. What did
I
you?
would pick Elvis of this list.
Yeah, Elvis is really nice. Yeah, that's gotta win it. And also, I think it's the best one of those choices.
No, I think All's Quiet.
All Quiet.
All's Quiet.
No,
Oh, it's fine.
All Quiet on the Western Front is really good.
Yeah, yes, it is.
It
Yeah.
is.
It was like the shots of the trees, like it was so nice.
Hmm.
And to the ones that just joined us here at this live stream for these Oscars 23 prediction, again, I apologize for my glitchiness. The camera that I'm using is doing a lot of glitchy crap.
It's the
this is
remix.
the Elgato face cam.
So blame them.
Yeah, so blame them. I think.
Not sponsored.
Okay, someone's commented, your screen is glitching. Okay, so so it's glitchy. So just so you guys know, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. So I apologize for that.
We're in the Matrix.
Your mic is on?
The mic is on, yes.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me? Says your screen is glitching and your mic is off. Was that when Brian came in? Maybe?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can't hear me. Anyways,
Or me.
or the rest of the group here. Okay, so best cinematography, like I said, I would pick Elvis. You guys said you would pick
Elvis.
Elvis, and did you
All
say
Quiet.
I said All's
Oh, that's
Quiet.
right. All Quiet was fine. Okay, so this is the one that I think will win. That's All Quiet on the Western Front. I think this is gonna win that Oscar. Like I said, it does look very good. The shots look very, very, very good here. But like I said, I would pick Elvis, but I think it's gonna win. I think it's a no-brainer.
That All's Quiet.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Woo, I win.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next one here. Let's see, where are we? Okay, so this is best animated feature film. So that's the category for this one. So let me get to the nominees there. Okay, so best animated feature film, the nominees are Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel, the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. So those are the nominees of this list. I would pick Turning Red. The only one that I haven't seen of these nominees is The Sea Beast, which I think is on Netflix. I haven't seen that. Also, I saw the other ones. I liked the ones that I saw, but the one that I liked the most was Turning Red.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts on what you guys would pick of this list?
I think that was super cute, Turning Red, but I haven't even seen Pinocchio or Puss in Boots, but I feel like either one of those is going to win. Probably Puss in Boots.
Yeah, I only saw 2 of these 5, and I wish I could have seen Puss in Boots and Pinocchio. But I wasn't a big fan of Turning Red. It was fine. I'd rather Marcel the Shell with Shoes On win it.
And even with that movie, I believe there's a rule with the Academy Awards that, because that Shell movie is not all animated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's live action.
Yeah.
But I think there has to be a certain percentage of animation
Mm-hmm.
in the movie for it to qualify for an animated feature.
So why didn't Avatar get nominated?
Because the CGI-ness?
Yeah.
Or like Lion King? I don't know. So this is who I think will win. Pinocchio. I think Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is going to win the Best Animated Feature Oscar. I think it's been winning everything.
Okay, good.
It's a pretty dark movie. I mean, I did like it overall, but I wasn't completely blown away with it. I still prefer Turning Red personally. I still prefer Puss in Boots. And what was the other one? Marcel the show was just well, it's about the same. So this one will win and be winning everything. So that's Best Animated Feature Film.
Nice.
Okay, so now let's move on to the next one here was Best Production Design. So let's look at the category here. Okay, so let's go down here. Okay, so Best Production Design. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, Babylon, Elvis, The Fablemans. So this is production design.
It's kind of a stupid question. Like, what do you mean production design?
Just like, kind of like the sets, like everything that's in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, so the ones that I would pick for this one, I haven't seen Babylon, like I said, so I don't know how good it is, just based on the trailer. It looks like it might be cool with the production design, but I haven't seen the movie. One of the few movies on here that I didn't see. I think for this, I would probably pick Elvis or All Quiet on the Western Front. I'll probably stick to All Quiet on the Western Front. That's who I would pick. Your thoughts?
Me first.
Okay, yeah, same thing. All Quiet on the Western Front and Elvis. Both of those felt like expensive sets, huge production. Everything, even from Elvis, from when they were at the carnival or when even the hotel rooms, like everything felt real. Same thing with All Quiet on the Western Front. It felt lived in. I really like that. Didn't feel cheap or fake.
I totally agree. That's how I felt about. I think All Quiet on the Western Front is gonna take it. It was just so detailed in like everything. Every shot had like such meaning to help further the story.
So the one that I think will win the Oscar is All Quiet on the Western Front. So I think it's going to win the Oscar for that. So we got that. All right, so let's move on to the next one here, which is Best Film Editing. And just on the top of your head, who would you like to win without even knowing the nominees for film editing?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so here are the nominees. The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, Top Gun Maverick.
Oh.
Okay, so that's for film editing. Of the ones that I would pick for best film editing of this list, I will probably pick Top Gun Maverick. That was just my choice. I think a lot of the technical stuff in this movie was, I mean, at least I thought it would be more like a given when it came to Oscar time. But what are your guys' thoughts on these choices for film editing? I know you mentioned Everything Everywhere All at Once before knowing the nominees, but anything else you want to mention on that?
I agree with that though. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, to me, it's gotta get it because you know they had all these different dimensions that they were jumping back and forth with, even like inner cutting between the scenes.
Yes.
So it has to go too.
Yes. They took like a hodgepodge of everything and made it like make sense and easy to follow.
So the one that I think will win the actual Oscar is Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I think it will win film editing. Like I said, not a big fan of the movie, but I think it'll win this Oscar. All right, so let's move on to the next one here, Best Original Score. I feel like this year the original score wasn't that strong than previous years. Like there wasn't one that like really stood out to me. But these are the nominees this year. Music, Original Score, the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Fablemans. John Williams. So I would give this one to, without even, none of these really stood out to me. Honest with you. I'll just say The Fablemans since I like John Williams. So that was my choice. What are you guys' thoughts?
I think The Banshees of Inisherin.
I remember the score for All Quiet on the Western Front and Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really like Everything Everywhere All at Once. I even listen to the soundtrack once in a while, the score. Yeah. But I think All Quiet on the Western Front.
Okay. And again, to the people who just joined us right now, my camera is glitchy, so you do see a little glitchy. Let's say we're in the Matrix.
Yes.
Let's just say that. I'm in the Matrix and Ivan Jessica.
Or in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Where you're red pill and blue pill.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, yeah. So a mediocre shot for the mediocre movie.
Oh, God.
Ah,
For a mediocre podcast.
Oh, not even.
mediocre presentation.
Even his speech is glitching.
Anyways, where was I?
We just finished score.
Phil, yeah, score.
Oh, you,
Okay.
you didn't make the announcement.
So the what?
Did you make the announcement
Oh,
for
your prediction.
Your
For the prediction,
Yeah.
no. I think it's gonna go to All Quiet on the Western Front. Valker
Doesn't mean you're right.
Bertelman, vocal Bertelman.
Hmm.
All Quiet on the Western Front. I think this person will win for best original score for All Quiet on the Western Front.
Quick question. John Williams. How many Oscars has he won for?
Has he won? Not that
Jesus.
many, like two.
Really?
Okay, good. Just want to make sure he has more
That's
than
insane.
one. Okay.
Yeah, he's won like at least two.
Okay.
That's
Good.
crazy.
But I mean, he's gotten like 30, 40 plus.
Yeah,
nominations.
yeah, I know.
You better,
And he's
rightfully
only won a
so.
couple, so.
It's
So,
insane.
yeah. Okay, so that was, what was it, original score, right? Okay, so best original song. So let's see where we're at there. Oh, here we are. Okay, music original song nominees: Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, music and lyric by Diane Warren. Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick, music and lyrics by Lady Gaga and Balloon Pop, whoever that is. Lift Me Up from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, music by Thames, Rihanna, Ryan Coogler, and Ludwig Göransson, lyric by Thames and Ryan Coogler. Not To from RRR, music by MM Kiravani, lyric by Chandra Bozi. And This Is Alive from Everything Everywhere All at Once, music by Brian Lott, David Byrne, and Mitski, lyric by Ryan Lott and David Byrne. So I don't really remember any of these. Oh, the only one that I remember is only because it's been winning everything. Not to from
course.
RRR.
That's definitely gonna win.
That's
So
better.
that's the only one that I even recognize.
Mhm.
So that's probably
It was so good. It was so fun.
Did you see RR?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, that scene with the
Yeah.
song is huge. Like it's
Mhm.
so memorable. So
It's a really fun movie. Like, granted, it's long, but it's so much
well, I
fun.
know, I'm just talking about the song. The song is
Oh.
important to the actual plot of the
I know,
movie.
but
so.
it's
It's
just
like
really
3
good.
hours, right?
Yes,
like it.
yeah, it's over 3 hours.
Yeah, so
But it doesn't feel that way because it's really fun.
yeah, I
Go watch it.
But Not To, yeah, I think it's gonna win for the song, and you guys agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was best original song. Let's move on to best international film. That used to be called best what is it?
Foreign.
Foreign language film. So let's see. Where is it? Okay, so we have All Quiet on the Western Front, Germany, Argentina, 1985, Argentina, Close, Belgium, EO, Poland, The Quiet Girl, Ireland. The only one that I saw of this list is All Quiet on the Western Front. This movie has been winning in a lot of other awards. Well, I think Argentina, 1985, I think it won the Golden Globe.
It did, yeah.
I don't think a lot of people care too much about the Golden Globe, but of this list, I've only seen A Quiet on the Western Front, so I'm just going to pick A Quiet on the Western Front. That's the only one that I saw.
It's a good pick.
Your thoughts on
Yeah.
this category?
Same. That's the only one that I saw, and I know it's gonna win.
Yeah, I wish I would have seen EO from Poland. It looks the trailer. Did you see the trailer for it?
No.
Okay, it looks like a crazy, weird movie, but I wish I would have seen that. But yeah, I have to go with All Quiet on the Western Front because that's the only one I saw.
Yeah, there was a few times where I attempted to watch Argentina in 1985,
Mhm.
but still were always
Same thing with me. As soon as they won the Golden Globe, I was about to start watching it, and every time something came up.
Yeah, so Jessica?
Oh, I said I was quiet.
Oh, you did, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I'm
yeah,
never
so the
gonna
one
say
that I
it.
think will win is, of course, All Quiet on the Western Front. It got a Best Picture Oscar nomination, which usually ends up resulting
Winning.
in the foreign or the international best film. So I think this one's kind of a given. Although once in a while we have been surprised when it comes to best international feature or best foreign language movies in the past. You know when Pan's Labyrinth came out?
Yeah.
That was nominated for best foreign language film,
Oh.
and it got original screenplay Oscar nomination, and it went empty-handed. So,
Oh.
or at least didn't win those big top Oscars that they were nominated for. So it has happened where all of a sudden they give it to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this one's a lock.
Hey Joe, who won instead of Pan's Labyrinth?
I don't even remember.
Hmm.
I don't even remember.
So it shows that they should have won that.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't even remember that. All right, so let's move on to. Oh, we're gonna get to the shorts.
That's gonna be all you, buddy.
The
I
best,
know.
the best animated
Let's see.
shorts.
I'll give you the cutest name.
And you guys are on the screen too in the shots. All right, so the animated shorts. Let's go to that category real quick here. Okay, so when it comes to these, the shorts, and I think I mentioned this last year, these are very difficult to predict.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, they just come from everywhere. Like people who vote, they're just kind of like, I don't know what it is that they're looking at to them to actually give them the award here.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So I'm going to name the Oscar nominations for this category, and I'm going to give you like a very quick synopsis of each. Maybe it'll help you like make a decide like maybe what will win.
I can already tell
So-
you what I want.
For animated shorts, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, based on a 2019 illustrated book by Charlie Mackesy. It follows the developing friendship between the four protagonists of the title. The other one is called The Flying Sailor. When a nearby ship explodes, a sailor is launched on an unexpected existential voyage. The next one is Ice Merchants. It says João Gonzalez and Bruno Cretano. Very day, a father and his son jump with a parachute from their house on a cliff to go to the village where they sell ice. While falling, they always lose their matching hats, and the father buys them new ones while in town. They then return to the house through the use of a pulley system where they spend time together and bond. The boy's mother has passed away some time ago, but her presence is still on the mind of the father and son, whether by her unused mug or her empty space in bed. So that's one of them, Ice Merchant. The next one is My Year of Dicks by Sarah Gunnarsdottir and Pamela Ribin. The film was based on Pamela Ribin's 2014 comedic memoir, Notes to Boys and Other Things I Shouldn't Share in Public. And the next one is this is the last one. An ostrich told me the world is fake, and I think I believe it. An Australian stop-motion animated short, written, directed, and animated by student filmmaker Lachlan Pendragon. So those are the nominees for Best Animated Short. The one that I liked of this whole list is the ostrich told me the world is fake, and I think I believe it. It's like very matrixy and meta.
Mm.
Kinda. That's kind of how I'm gonna explain it here, but this is the one that I liked of all these. You guys say you haven't seen any of these this year, right? So the one that I think will win though is the Fox, the Mole, the Boy, and the Horse. I think
You butchered
different orders. Based on the 2019 illustrated book by Charlie Mackesy. So this is the one that I think will win. But like I said, this is very hard to predict. The short, very hard to predict. So we'll see. But this is the one that I'm picking here.
What was that sad one that you said? Ice Merchants?
The Ice Merchants.
That'll probably win because it's like tugging at your heartstrings type thing.
Yeah, it also talks about like climate change and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I want the ostrich one to win because it has the cutest title.
Okay. I like it. I had more fun watching that, but I don't think it's gonna
Okay.
win. Yeah.
What about
so-
you? What do you think?
Um,
The fox, the dog, the tree, I'm just kidding.
yeah, what Gio said.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's move on to the next category here. This is the live action short. So same thing, I'll give you a little synopsis. So the nominees are An Irish Goodbye, Tom Berkeley and Ross White. The film is a black comedy set on a rural farm in Northern Ireland. The next one, Ivalu, Anders Walter and Rebecca Pruzan. In Greenland, Pipalu awakes to find her older sister Ivalu missing and her father claiming that she's run away. Pipalu is distressed over the disappearance and believes Ivalu is coming to her in the form of a rape. Next one, Le Pupillo, Alice Rohrwacher, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, and Alfonso Cuarón. Serafina is a young girl at a strict Catholic boarding school during World War II. She is an outcast, shunned by the other girls, and treated unsympathetically by the nuns, who are led by Mother Superior Fioralba. The next one, Night Ride. Eirik Vitan and Gatuli Larsen, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, who has dwarfism, waits for a tram to arrive. When it does, the conductor leaves for the restroom and prevents her from boarding without him being present. Due to the cold weather, Eva sneaks on board anyway and curiously plays with the conductor's controls. When she accidentally causes the tram to move, she decides to keep going in order to avoid reprisal from the outraged conductor, and stuff happens. By the way, this is my favorite one of the
Okay.
live action. And the last one, The Red Suitcase, Cyrus Nejvad. Ariane, a 16-year-old Muslim girl with a talent of art, arrives at the Luxembourg airport from Iran, but is reluctant to leave the baggage. It is revealed that her father arranged her marriage to a much older man who will be picking her up to take to their wedding ceremony. Ariane, terrified at the prospect, removes her hijab in the bathroom in order to sneak past the oblivious man who begins to search for her in the terminal. So those are the live action shorts. The one that I think will win is Le Pupillo, the one that Alfonso Cuarón was involved with. Disney was also involved with this movie as well. So I think this is the one that's going to win. Le Pupillo for live action short. And I don't think I put the English there. Okay, there it is. Live action short Le Pupillo. So that's the one that I think will win. The next one, this is the last short. Best documentary short. Let me get to the little synopsis of that. Okay, so let's see, what is it here? Okay. And I watched, all the shorts this year, and I watched all the shorts last year. The shorts in this year were kind of weaker than last year's. I like the shorts more of last year's selections.
Was last year when we all went?
No.
Oh, okay. Just kidding.
Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Best documentary short. The Elephant Whisperers. The Elephant Whisperers tells the story of an indigenous couple named Beaumont and Belly, who are entrusted with an orphan baby elephant named Ragu. They take great pains to ensure that the fragile, injured infant survives and grows to be a healthy juvenile. The next one is called Haul Out. The documentary is about the Russian scientist Maxim Chakilev, who observes the life of walruses at Cape Hard Stone in the Chukchi Sea. How do you measure a year? The documentary is about a relationship of a father and his daughter via home movies. The father films his daughter every year on her birthday, asking the same questions. The girl goes from a toddler to a young woman with all the beautiful and awkward stages in between, while the father-daughter relationship evolves in all its complexities.
That's so cute.
The next one is The Martha Mitchell Effect. Told through stock footage, its story is centered around Watergate whistleblower Martha Mitchell, a cabinet wife who was gaslit by the Nixon administration in an attempt to keep her silent. And then the last one is Stranger at the Gate. The short documentary film tells the story of Richard McKinney, a former Marine from Indiana who served in Iraq and Afghanistan. After his return, he coped with PTSD and developed Islamophobia. He plans an attack on a local mosque, but things turned out different. That's the one that I like the most, and that's the one that I think won. Stranger at the Gate.
Well, how do you measure a year? Sounds adorable. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I think that you'll probably like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds cute.
So those are the shorts there. So let's move on to the other categories here. Okay, so we have the best documentary feature category now. So let's get to the nominations here. So did you guys watch any of the documentaries at all this year?
I think only Ivan did. It was that lava one.
Fire of Love. Yeah, I
Fire
saw
of-
that one.
Yeah, I tried watching that one, but
I know me too.
okay, so the first nominee for documentary feature film. And again, everyone, my camera is glitchy. For anyone who's just coming in now, my camera is glitchy. I am aware of it. So it was not distracting. Okay, so the first nomination or nominee for best documentary feature film, we have All That Breathes. Two brothers, Saad and Nadim, were raised in New Delhi, looking at a sky speckled with black kites, watching as relatives toss meat up to these birds of prey. Muslim belief held that feeding the kites would expel troubles. Now, birds are falling from the polluted, opaque skies of New Delhi, and the two brothers have made it their life's work to care for the injured black kites. The next one is All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. The film examines the life and career of photographer and activist Nan Goldin and her efforts to hold Purdue Pharma, owned by the Sackler family, accountable for the opioid epidemic. First of Love, that's the next documentary. The film follows the lives and careers of daring French volcanologists Kasia and Maurice Kraft, who ultimately died in the 1991 spoiler alert, Mount Unsen eruption via the stock footage. And the next one is A House Made of Splinters. The film presents the stories of children from a special orphanage in eastern Ukraine. The heroes of the tape were also several educators who, in the conditions of the war with Russia, are trying to create a safe space for children near the front line. And the last one is Navalny. The film tells about the events related to the poisoning of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny and the subsequent investigation into the poisoning. So for this one, I haven't seen any of these like I mentioned. I tried to watch the volcano one. What's it called again? Fire of Love.
Yeah. Lava Love.
Yeah, I
I love
tried
it.
watching that. The voice, the narrator was making me fall asleep.
Yes.
The one that I think will win is A House Made of Splinters. That's the one that's set in Ukraine.
Oh yeah.
So that's one that I think will win the Oscar for documentary. So that's A House Made of Splinters. Any thoughts on this?
Well, I only saw Fire of Love. Yeah, the first 20 minutes is kind of hard to get through because she's talking about them, what they did, and then when they just show what it is they did, that's when it gets really interesting. So that's my pick because it's the only one I've seen.
So I just stopped watching when it started getting good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the next one, and this is makeup and hairstyling. And I'm just go over this shot. All right, so let's see, where's the list here? At the number here. Okay, so this is makeup and hairstyling. We have All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Elvis, and The Whale. Of all these, the one that I would pick, and this one's a little hard because there's a couple here
I think
that I think would be good or that are worthy.
Hmm.
I would pick The Batman just because of the Colin Farrell
Yeah.
Penguin alone.
Mm-hmm.
But The Whale, Brendan Fraser as this character, that looked really, really good, and obviously Elvis, with the hairstyling.
Yeah. Just the one little curl.
Yeah, right. So maybe they got an Oscar nomination. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna win, but I would have picked The Batman. What are your thoughts on who, not who you think will win, but who you would like to win?
I would like The Whale to win, and I think it's gonna win. They had like so many close-up shots on him, because it's like all about him. It looks so realistic, and really good and believable.
I,
Yes, I agree with you. The Batman or the Whale. If the Batman, I don't know the order of when they announce the winners, but if the Batman already has a win, which I forgot what the other thing it was nominated for.
was it sound?
Sound. If it wins for sound, then I want the Whale to win for makeup. But if Batman still hasn't got anything, I want the Batman to be an Oscar winner. So
Or not both? Or not both?
no, I want the Whale to also win.
Okay. Okay, so the one that I think will win is the Batman. I do think they're gonna give it to because Colin Farrell is unrecognizable. I mean, not only his performance, but he doesn't look like that. You just saw him in Banshees of Inisherin. He's being nominated for that. Doesn't look like this at all, and that's makeup.
Yeah.
Acting, but
Yeah, and also there's so much more also on top of just the Penguin. There's like the gangs, all the other characters. They put a lot of good work into those two.
Yeah, so let's move on to the next one here, and we have Best Visual Effects. I think this one is the one that I'm 100% sure about,
Oh yeah.
and I think a lot of people are very confident about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you the nominees here. Let me find it real quick. Best Visual Effects. Okay, so the nominees for Best Visual Effects are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Top Gun: Maverick. So this one's a no-brainer. It's Avatar: The Way of Water. That's who I would pick. That's who will win. Any disagreement with that, Jessica?
Yeah, I wasn't really, I wasn't really impressed with it, with the visual effects. It looked more like a video game cutscene. Like, I think it's because you watched it in a different format. Didn't you watch it in 3D or something?
Yeah.
It felt like it was made for 3D.
Right, it was.
Yeah, and like it showed. You know what I mean? Like it didn't look good in other formats to me because that's how I saw it. So it just looked like unfinished almost.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really wasn't impressed with it. Like normally they look the best when they were like wet, like when you watch the first Avatar, anytime it involved like water, like that's when they look the most realistic. I thought. In the first one.
Okay.
And so in this one, I was really excited because I was like, oh, that's like when they look the best, like it's when they look the most realistic. But it was like, no, it just felt like one video game cutscene. I didn't really like it very much.
I agree that Avatar will win it, but I would take any of the other ones. Black Panther, Top Gun, All Quiet, the Batman.
Yeah, they're all so good.
Any other one over Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
I get why it's gonna win, but any of the other ones. If I could choose, I would choose the Batman because the Batman they did an amazing job making Gotham look like a real city.
Mm-hmm. Well, everywhere. Oh wait, it's not even in there. It's not even in there,
No,
but it's gonna win.
All right then. So I guess we're in disagreement on the visual effects. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Best original screenplay. Now the screenplays this year are really hard to predict. So let's see what they are here. Hold on a second here. So this is original screenplay. Let's wait to the bottom. Okay. So the best original screenplay nominees are The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Triangle of Sadness. Of this list, the one that I would pick is I'm gonna say The Fablemans. I have written Steven Spielberg and Tony Kushner. It is not going to win, so I know that.
Okay.
But that's who I would pick. Resonated with me. Growing up as an aspiring filmmaker myself, and so on. I understand why I would pick it, and maybe others wouldn't pick it. And did you guys actually watch? You watched the film, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Of this list, who would you pick for original screenplay?
Everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at once.
Shoot, I freaking love every single movie nominated for original screenplay. It's really hard for me to pick one. I don't know, honestly. Banshees of Inisherin, maybe. It's so
It
tough.
is kind of hard. I mean,
It's
at
so
least-
tough.
I mean, everything all at once is not.
It's not even hard for me
kinda
to.
hard.
It's not even hard guessing which one is gonna win. It's hard for me to choose which one of these I want to win. Fuck it. I'll just go with Everything Everywhere All at Once.
All right, so that's who you pick. The one that I now this is between two. It just really depends on the other Oscar wins of the bigger
Mhm.
categories. But I think Banshees of Inisherin, I think this is the only Oscar it's gonna get. Best Original Screenplay.
Okay.
So I think they're gonna give that to that movie. I think that the writing is really strong in it. Dialogue is really good. So I think it's one of those screenplays that is like a writer's movie.
Yeah.
So kind of like a Tarantino movie, usually like a writer's movie, whether you agree with it or not. But I think this one will win. But Everything Everywhere All at Once could get it, though.
Okay.
They could win it. It could win it because it might get all these Oscars, including this one. So I think it's between those two. But I'll pick Banshees of Inisherin.
Nice.
Okay, so moving on to the other screenplay. So best adapted screenplay, and I'm gonna just go on this shot. Okay, so we have here, should be close to the original. Okay, here we go. Here we are. Writing adapted screenplay nominees: All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, Women Talking. Okay, so I did not watch Living, so I can't really make an opinion on that. I did watch all the others. I did like Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. I did like All Quiet on the Western Front, although I did like Glass Onion more. Top Gun Maverick, I don't really agree for it to be here as a screenplay nominee because of the score. It was kind of basic. They used a lot of elements from the first one. So I don't really think it should have been here, but whatever. Women Talking, I just recently saw, and I could see the appeal of Oscar voters to possibly pick this. So there's a possibility that it could win. I also think that maybe All Quiet on the Western Front would appeal to Oscar voters as well, so it might win for that. Of this list, though, my personal pick will be, I'll just give it to Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. That's my pick. I don't think it's going to win at all. I'm surprised it got nominated, to be honest with you, but that's what I would pick. Of these, which one would you guys pick?
All Quiet.
I wish I would have seen Living and Women Talking. Living's fault for making it hard to watch it. It wasn't in the movie theater or streaming around me, so that was annoying. Did Nice Out, did it get nominated for Best Original Screenplay?
Master? I mean, not
No,
Master,
no.
the first one? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it win?
No.
Okay. I think All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yay!
So that'll be your pick, just,
Yes.
did you want to do
Yes.
that? Okay.
But I'll say it again.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the Top Gun Maverick shouldn't have got nominated. Is there any other movie you think should have gone in that slot?
I get why Sarah Pauly got it for Women Talking. That wouldn't be my pick at all, but I understand why it would have gotten nominated. Top Gun Maverick, I don't know why I got nominated, because like I said, there are other stronger movies that could have been nominated, but this one, like I said, it's a sequel. There's a lot of same story beats of the first one, and there was some exact stuff that in that movie that's in the first one, just a different character.
Yeah.
Recycled,
I mean, like,
So
even the Batman, right? The Batman could have.
more than Top Gun Maverick.
But the Batman would be an adapted screenplay, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Batman should have been nominated over Top Gun
Yeah,
Maverick.
but so that's why I don't know why Top Gun Maverick got nominated. Maybe because it's very popular and
Well,
it
the
helps.
story is really good. Like even like the emotional attachment he has with his friend's son. I like that. I did enjoy the story, but yeah, I agree that maybe didn't need to get nominated for that.
Yeah, so now this one was kind of hard to predict because it's between two of these. I think they're gonna give it to Women Talking. It only got 2 Oscar nominations. One of them is Best Picture, and this, I think they're gonna give it to this.
Okay.
Maybe they'll give it to All Quiet on the Western Front, just depending on how much love they want to give to that movie, because I think it's gonna win others, a lot of others, like technical ones and so on, international film and all that.
Okay.
So I think this one, Woman's Talking, is gonna win for that screenplay.
Yeah, I'm bummed I didn't watch it because I feel like maybe I would have said the same thing.
All right, so let's move on. So we just have a few more left here. So that was that screenplay. So now we have Best Director.
Ooh.
Best Director is one of my favorite categories to watch and see. So let's see. Let me find it here on my little list. Without you knowing the nominees right now, who would you guys pick? Just in general, just even if they're not nominated.
Oh.
Oh, I look for the Best Director. Who would you hear?
James Cameron. No, I'm just kidding.
James Cameron? Oh, no.
No, he's not nominated.
Mine
Yeah,
would
I didn't
be Best Director,
Yeah.
All Quiet and Everywhere. Everything Everywhere.
I'm gonna go with Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. Okay, so here are the directing nominees. Martin McDonough for The Banshees of Inisherin. Daniel Kwan and Daniel Shiner. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. They just call them the Daniels.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans. Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness. So that one was kind of a surprise there.
Really?
That it would get nominated for director, yeah.
Oh, good.
For writing, I get that, but for directing, yeah. The one that I would pick of these is obviously Steven Spielberg, The Fabelmans, because I really like that movie. So I think they should give it to Spielberg. I don't think they are, but what are your thoughts on this?
I love every single nomination. I'm surprised what you said about Ruben Östlund. I think he does deserve to get nominated.
For Triangle?
Yes, and I just loved the direction for The Fableman, so I gotta go with Steven Spielberg. Although I loved Everything Everywhere All at Once, I love the movie more than The Fablemans, but yeah, I think Steven Spielberg.
I still think Everything Everywhere.
The Daniels.
Just everything. I'm gonna be like everywhere,
Daniels.
everything,
All right, well,
all the time, all at once.
yeah, I think the Daniels are taking this Oscar
Nice.
for Best Director.
Daniels.
Don't agree, but I think they're going to win Best Director.
Oh my God, the picture you have. Where
I was looking for an image that had both of them.
That's
what's a
hilarious.
good image that has them directing the movie?
Oh,
or,
God.
Oh, this one's perfect for that.
I love it.
So yeah, so
I'll
Best Director,
accept it that way.
Daniels, they're winning this. That's my prediction. All right, so now let's move on to where are we? That was Director, right?
Yes.
Oh, Actress. Best Actress in a Leading Role. So now this one I thought was a lock, but after the SAG Awards, I'm not sure anymore. But these are the nominees for Best Actress in a Leading Role. And if I can find it here. Here it is. So we have Kate Blanchett for Tar, Anna de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, Michelle Williams, The Fablemans, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Of these 5, actually a lot of these nominees were pretty strong because it took me a while to watch Blonde, but I finally watched it, and I do agree with her nomination. She was able to, like, you don't hear, she has an accent normally, and she doesn't have it at all.
Yeah.
And I know she got some coaching for this movie, and they have to delay a little bit to help her with it, from what I heard. So she was definitely really good at this, so I agree with her nomination here. The Andrea Riseborough, the one that was kind of a controversy or something, that a lot of the actors voting went outside the rules to get her nominated or something like that. Or something to that effect.
Okay.
But it wasn't like it was okay enough that they weren't going to remove the nomination. I think they did this a campaign outside of what they normally do.
Oh.
but I guess it wasn't technically wrong, or I don't know what the details were, but there was some controversy with it. And I mean, I did watch the movie. She was really, really good in it. I wouldn't say that she's best actress, like she's winning it, but I can understand her getting nominated at the very least. Michelle Williams, I thought she was alright. She, you know, I guess I don't really care either way. I mean, she was fine. She wins it. She doesn't whatever. Michelle Yeoh, it's I think the strongest thing in the movie, and everything else. I will agree with her being nominated for this compared to the other nominations for this movie. And then Kate Blanchett is Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, Kate Blanchett is like John Williams, Steven
Yeah.
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
You know,
Titan.
I'm gonna pick she's gonna win the Oscar. Her
Kate
third
Blanchett.
Oscar, Kate Blanchett. But Michelle Yeoh won for the SAG. If she wins the Oscar, she'll be the first Asian to
Wow.
win an Oscar for Best Actress.
That's crazy.
So, if the voters of the Academy Awards find Kate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh to be equal, like I like both, they're gonna go for Michelle Yeoh because that will be the first Asian actress to win an Oscar. So that's where there is a chance that she may win.
Yes.
But I'll still stick with Kate Blanchett because I still think she was the better performance.
Yes, she was like her monologues in that movie were crazy. Like how long they were. Yeah, she's just always phenomenal in everything she does. But I do want Michelle Yeoh to win.
Yeah, I want.
But it's a very, very strong category for me.
Yeah, it's very strong. It's hard for me to pick. The only person I would be kind of disappointed if they win it is Michelle Williams. She was just underwhelming, and she was good, but you know nothing to like. I think
this caliber.
to beat out Michelle Yeoh.
Compared to the rest
Yeah,
of
and Andrea Riseborough, like she was amazing. Ana de Armas, Kate Blanchett, it's hard for me to pick. I guess I'll go with Michelle Yeoh, but. Oh yeah, and didn't Ana de Armas get nominated for a Razzie for the same fucking role?
Yeah, so stupid. She did.
Wait, did you?
Yeah, she did. I'm pretty sure she did.
I know the movie.
But I think she
I
did
think
also.
She did.
Oh, I don't remember all
So
the things
stupid.
of that.
Yeah, it was just freaking ridiculous. But
Yeah, I know Blonde got a shitload of Razzie nominations.
So stupid.
And we'll know the Razzie winners a week from today. It's just the day before the Oscars. Alright, so that's Best Actress, so Kate Blanchett's taking it, right? Okay, so let's go to Actor. Best Actor. Now this one is also very difficult, at least for me to pick here. Both, not my personal feelings about the Best Actor nominations here, but the one that I think will win. So let's go here. Okay, so actor in a leading role, the nominees are Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for After Sun, Bill Nye for Living.
The science guy.
I didn't watch Living, so I can't really opinion about that. Bill Nye for that movie. I don't really see him. I don't think I heard that he was winning any awards, like any of the big ones anyway. So I don't think he has a chance of winning. And I didn't see it, so I can't, make my opinion on it. I did watch After Sun. I don't understand why he got nominated for Best Actor. I think it was just whatever, It didn't stand out to me at all. I didn't really catch much of the movie. But he got nominated for Best Actor Oscar. But the three, Colin Farrell, Austin Butler, Brendan Fraser, The Whale, those are the strongest ones here. And I think any of these three could get it for Best Actor. My pick would be Brendan Fraser. That's who I would pick for The Whale. But there is a strong chance that one of these three will get it. So what are your thoughts?
I think let's see. There's two that I would be very happy if either one of them won. Brendan Fraser, obviously, he did awesome, and so did Colin Farrell. I think he did phenomenal.
I'm gonna go with I want Brendan Fraser to win it, but yeah, it was, those top three, they're amazing, and I could picture any three of them on stage next Sunday, accepting the award. They were amazing. It's hard for me to pick, but I want Brendan Fraser to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want Brendan Fraser to win.
I think he has everybody's heart, so I think he's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, he's, as far as the other award shows, it's been kind of split. I don't think a lot of them have been giving it to Colin Farrell for the Banshees of Inisherin, but it's been between Austin Butler or Brendan Fraser. So Austin Butler, I think, got the BAFTA and the Golden Globe for comedy, and then Brendan Fraser got the SAG, and I was going to say the Oscar. And then also the what was the other thing that he won? There's a bunch of other award shows that when he wins, and he always makes like a speech and he starts crying. And,
Yeah, he's just the sweetest little thing.
and if he wins the Oscar, you know he's gonna be like, oh, fucking.
Yes. I'm gonna cry just like I did at the movie. I'm like, ooh.
It's the George of the Jungle winning an Oscar. Or what was his name?
The Mummy,
The Mummy?
yeah.
I forgot his name as well.
O'Connell?
Yeah, O'Connell pick to win the Oscar. Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Best Actor. Without seeing Austin Butler, if Austin Butler hadn't won like the BAFTA and the Golden Globes, then I would say that this is a lock, but it's not. So hopefully they actually give it to Brendan Fraser. So that's it for Best Actor. Okay, so now let's moving on here. I think we're at the Best Picture one now.
Yes.
Wow.
Best Picture. So, all right. So
That was my
let's
drum
see,
roll.
go around here. Okay, so we're at the Best Picture. So it's 10. So this year they did pick 10. Sometimes they pick like 9 or 8. This year they actually did do 10
We did
movies.
so good.
Alright, so let's go. Actually, before we do this, when it comes to Best Picture here. So this is what I mentioned Steven Spielberg. So Steven Spielberg had to have my own little thing here because he's my favorite filmmaker and I want him to win. This might be his last chance of getting an Oscar, maybe? Maybe. I don't know what he's doing in the next couple of years or so. But I'm never going to be like Oscar worthy, but a lot of his work doesn't end up being Oscar caliber. So I do want him to win director. I do want the films to win Best Picture. There's just a high quality of work, consistently doing great work. Steven Spielberg, that's my favorite filmmaker. He can jump to any genre, just like Super Mario Brothers jumps onto a block or a cloud. That's Steven Spielberg. And also make sure to watch my Super Nintendo World video.
Shameless plug.
Yes. So anyway, so I just have a little Steven Spielberg thing because I'm praising him because he's probably not going to win for Best Director or Fablemans. But here are the nominees for Best Picture. And we have, oh crap. Where is it? Oh, here we go. So Top Gun Maverick actually got a Best Picture nomination. Avatar: The Way of Water, that's Jessica's favorite film of the year.
Oh my god.
Women Talking. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm gonna put it up quickly, but I'm too far away from the sun. But Tar, Best Picture nominee. Elvis, Best Picture nominee. Banshees of Inisherin. All Quiet on the Western Front. Triangle of Sadness. Of course, The Fablemans. And yeah, that's it, right? That's all the 10 nominees there. So, of all those 10 nominees, I already said that I would pick The Fablemans.
Yes.
But what would you pick?
I would pick like to win.
To win.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. However, because I feel like that had everything in it, like in a movie that I'd want to go see. I laughed, I cried, it was fun, it was cool. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if All Quiet on the Western Front won, and I really don't want it, but I could see Top Gun winning.
Oh.
Because it was just so beloved, like when it came out, it's like all everybody can ever talk about.
Okay.
Like when it first came out. So I really don't want that to win, but I wouldn't be shocked if it did. But I personally want Everything Everywhere All at Once or All is Quiet. All Quiet.
Okay, I want Everything Everywhere All at Once to win it. I think it deserves it. Shoot, it's kind of hard with All Quiet on the Western Front and The Fablemans. Plus, Triangle of Sadness was really good. But
Does not agree with that.
I still gotta go with
Sorry, no.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was a great movie, great story. It just had everything I wanted for a movie. Top Gun Maverick is a close second. Just like I finished watching the movie and I felt so freaking good. I was like, this is why we watch movies. Like, yes, I understand that when there's movies that just make you feel miserable the whole time. It's great, like a great story, but Everything Everywhere All at Once and Top Gun Maverick, they both made you feel good that you watched it and made you feel happy for cinema. That's how I felt. But Everything Everywhere All at Once had, I think, a more important story.
All right. So I don't agree with this at all, but Everything Everywhere All at Once,
Yeet.
I think will win Best Picture. One of the most overrated movies of 2020.
Oh,
Get out
God.
of here.
Everything Everywhere
You're
All at Once
wrong.
will
Okay.
win
You're
Best Picture, along with director and all these other things. So I think it's unstoppable at this point. I think I'll be shocked if
It doesn't.
anything else wins.
Mm.
Any other movie.
Mhm.
I want the Fablemans to win, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, so that's it for that. So
You can do a somersault if Fablemans wins it.
oh yeah, that'd be cool, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. So everything everywhere all at once will win Best Picture next week, March 12th. So if you guys are doing your ballots, I would select this movie to win Best Picture. So there you go. So there we go there. I think that's pretty much it. So again, everyone, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. Do a lot of giveaways and so on, and also we're doing, streams like this, talking about the Oscars, Oscar predictions, and we have individuals like Anna and Jessica who joined me today in this stream. So I think it's pretty much it. Any final thoughts you guys have before we close this stream today?
No.
Or end this stream?
Yay, movies.
Yes, definitely gay movies. And something I've been pushing for a while, and since Gio just had that little segment, I want to do a top ranking the Steven Spielberg movies. So I hope since you just were talking about them like that, we can do one of
I
those.
would like to do a
this year.
ranking Steven Spielberg, like ranking all the movies. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many people will be interested in that though. I would have to do a poll.
Okay.
Like, you guys want to do a ranking video of Steven Spielberg movies? Depending on that, I guess. Because I don't know how many people would. Because there's a lot of Steven Spielberg movies that are amazing. They're greatest of all time, basically. So they're kind of hard to even pick.
Yeah. Which was makes it more
Which
fun.
makes it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we can do that.
Yeah, cool.
But that's pretty much it. So thank you
Tell us what
everyone
you
for watching this stream live. You guys watch it after the fact, so thank you for that. And again, don't forget, guys, I'm doing. This is the biggest, most massive giveaway the movie Canon has ever done, which is the Hogwarts Legacy physical copy PS5 Deluxe Edition to a YouTube movie Canon subscriber or Instagram follower. Read the description, the details as to how to enter it if you still want to enter this. I've got a lot of entries already. So most likely we'll go and activate it and actually do a giveaway. I want to do like another trivia game like we did it with Spider-Man Funko, the 3-pack. I want to do it with this one as well. But I'll give you guys any details about that later. But I'm still short of the minimum number of entries, but we're getting there. So this is the physical copy of Hogwarts Legacy PS5 Deluxe Edition. Must have a mailing address within the US, and go up to my Instagram page or YouTube shorts addressing this with all the details. So again, thank you so much, Ivan and Jessica, for being part of this stream today. And my phone just fell. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yay, bye. Eat